Hello there, welcome to LightSpeed English. Thank you very much for doing this interview.
That's okay.
And who are we with today?
My name is Carol Suffel, and I am 65 years old.
Oh, you didn't have to tell us your age, Carol.
And I live in a town called Middlesbrough.
Oh, in Middlesbrough,
in the
okay.
northeast of England.
Okay, Carol. Carol, tell us a little bit about yourself. What kind of family do you have? Things like that.
I have 2 daughters. I'm married. I have 2 daughters, and one of my daughters has 2 children, my grandchildren. Their names are Jake and Molly.
Jake and Molly.
Yes.
Okay.
One is aged 3, that's Jake, and the other is aged 6, that's Molly.
Okay, so just young grandchildren.
Yes,
yeah?
young grandchildren.
And do you get to spend much time with them?
Yes, I spend a lot of time with them, perhaps 3 times a week. I see them, I visit their house, they come to my house, and we have very pleasurable times with them.
Good, nice. So apart from spending time with your grandchildren, what other hobbies do you have?
Well, I am retired. I retired 3 years ago, so I have plenty of time to spend. I go walking with friends and sometimes with a group. Usually it's locally,
okay.
Around perhaps the countryside around our town.
Right.
I also have Spanish lessons. There's a Spanish group that I attend, and it's good fun, but good learning as well. We learn as well as having a good time, and I really enjoy it.
Good.
And look forward to Wednesday morning.
And you've just been in the class now, haven't you?
We have just been in the class now, yes.
And what have you been learning today? What subjects?
Today we've been learning about how to order in a restaurant or in a bar. We've been going over things that we've already learned, but it's nice to be
kind of repeated.
Prompted,
yes.
Yes, so that it's repeated, and you can have a look over things again and remind yourself.
Sure.
So,
yeah. Really, I mean, for the people who are watching you, they're learning English, and they'll have different levels. Do you think that repetition is important in learning?
Yes, I do. I think it is important. And I think that listening is important, being able to speak a language clearly is important, just as important as writing a language down.
Sure.
Yeah. So, and repetition means that's how you learn, when something is repeated for you.
Sure.
After a certain length of time.
Yeah. So what? So you're now retired. You retired 3 years ago. What did you do before you retired? What was your career?
I worked in libraries.
Right.
I worked in a reference library, and it was in the town about 5 miles away, a town called Stockton, and that was very enjoyable.
Did you
surrounded by books?
Yeah. How many times in your career did you have to say, shh? Did you ever have to do it?
The staff were the loudest. No, at the moment in our country you're not allowed to ask anyone to shh, be quiet, or...
You're not allowed? Why?
No. Certainly the library that I was working in, you have to be very considerate too. to the clients, to the people who visit the library,
Oh.
and let them make some kind of noise, laughing, chattering. No, it's not like that anymore. It's not like the old libraries.
That would be the fun part of the job, you know, to say,
Yes.
shh. Okay,
Yes.
so you worked in a library. How many years did you work in libraries?
About 20 years
20 years.
altogether, yes.
Yeah.
And before that, I worked for a government department.
Okay. Okay. And did you enjoy that?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, I enjoyed that. Yes, that was interesting. So.
Okay. Do you think that this point in time in retirement is the better time for you? Do you like being retired?
I do like being retired, but I must fill my time in. Each day I like to go out, I like to do something and fill my time in.
Okay.
I don't like sitting round. For me, it's boring. I am not a couch potato.
So you don't like vegetating, you like to be busy, yeah?
I like to be busy.
Yeah.
I like to keep myself busy. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have much opportunity to travel, to see the world?
Yes, we're fortunate. My husband and I go on holiday 2 or 3 times a year.
Mm-hmm.
We like to go to Italy,
Right.
France, and Spain especially,
Mm-hmm.
which is why I'm learning the language,
Sure.
because I want to be polite to the waiters, the bus drivers, and people like that, people to be sociable.
Sure. So which part of Spain do you typically visit?
We've been to the Balearic Islands, we've been to the Canary Islands,
Uh-huh.
and we've been to mainland Spain. Unfortunately, we haven't been to the centre of Spain,
Mhm.
Madrid.
Mhm.
We haven't been to, but I have been to Barcelona 2 or 3 times,
Right.
and I have been to the Costa Brava and
The coastal.
the Costa Tropicana and
Uh-huh.
the coastal areas.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Okay. So you've been to Spain quite a number of times then?
Yes, oh yes, quite a number of times.
Uh-huh.
We've been to Spain, and we have been to France quite a number of times. And I also have a friend who, a lady who I go on holiday with to various capital cities.
Right.
For example, we've been to Berlin, Washington, Oslo, Paris,
Mm-hmm.
all these sort of major cities.
Sure.
And that's really enjoyable because she likes sightseeing and I like sightseeing.
Sure. Sure.
And she likes...
So in your opinion, which has been the capital, the most impressive capital that you've seen?
The most impressive was Berlin.
Berlin.
Yes.
Why was that?
The atmosphere was buzzing.
Mm-hmm.
The people were friendly. The sights were spectacular, and there was a feeling of peace.
Right.
It was strange, you know, after the events of the Second World War and the pulling down of the Berlin Wall.
That's right, yeah.
It was very relaxed and it felt a peaceful city.
And which was the city that least impressed you?
The city that least impressed me? I don't think there has been one.
Right.
I've enjoyed Amsterdam, Rome, certainly. No, I don't think that I've actually been to a city that I haven't enjoyed. Bucharest, Budapest. Yes, we've been to lots of places and enjoyed the food, enjoyed the culture, enjoyed the wine.
Very. And why not, eh? That's excellent. Well, Carol, thank you very much. It's been really nice and you've spoken so clearly, so thank you very much for that.
You're very welcome.
Okay, we'll see you again. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.